Until then, it's time.
You're a Black business owner. You're posting consistently. You're seeing all of your other ones, all your other friends and everybody. Guess what's happening? The algorithm loves them. Their posts are hitting off. Yours aren't. You're frustrated. You don't know what's going on. And you're always questioning yourself, like, do I need to be more controversial? Is my message weak? I know I go through that. Kristina, I know you go through that. And we talk all the time on that. And that's what we're going to discuss a little more today. And I really want to hit upon what your idea and your angle of this is. And that is, with the world being so chaotic, it's starting to force some clarity of what's going on. So with that, what is happening right now? What are those feelings that people are feeling?
Yeah, I'm seeing this across the board with not only business owners that I work with that are people of color, but also just creators in general, right? Like you said, the world is fucked up right now. It's so intense. And what I'm noticing is that people are getting a lot more bold. People are getting a lot more loud, right? People are getting a lot more controversial. I actually wrote this down when we were doing the notes, and I was like, it's giving 2020. I remember in 2020, obviously social media was at a height because everybody was home, right? And so you were seeing a lot of people be more outspoken during that time, talk about what's going on. It was just a lot more direct. And I feel like over the last few years, wow, it's been 6 years. That's crazy. We've really dialed that back. But now with everything that's going on in the world, people are getting a lot more loud and really bold and just really putting their message out there. And so I am seeing a lot of creators that are doing that. I have a client who, oh my gosh, her message is so big and bold and loud, and it was received so well, and it's continuously being received well because she's being like really fucking direct, like calling shit out. And so, I'm seeing a lot of people do it, but what I want to see more of is more of us doing it, including myself. I'm going through it too, where I'm like, I gotta be a lot more bold, because if you know me, I'm bold, right? And so I think that's what we're all dealing with right now.
I agree. I think it's like we've gotten to the point since COVID, right? Yeah. There was noise before, but since COVID, everyone wanted to do it themselves, and then we kind of died out, and now we got this whole AI thing going on where like everyone's message kind of looks and feels the same across the board, right? Thank you, AI. A lot of people's posts and all those, like the videos and everything's very much the same, right? I know with Brie, and she's trying to get me out of my comfort zone, but a lot of it is everyone's doing the same type of material over and over again to appease the algorithm. Yep. And it's very interesting because the algorithm cares, but when we actually speak to people, the only reason they come out to us is because they heard us or they saw us, but not because we did it some fancy way, but because of our voice. And and I really truly believe that's where consumers and clients are in general, is like they just want to know who you are, you're real, and call out the bullshit that's out there. And I think there's no better way to do it than being loud, right? Bold. Now, that doesn't mean you have to, fucking cuss everyone out or call out all the bullshit, but you need to be able to do the truthful things that are behind you.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think, like, to your point about appeasing the algo, I actually think that the boldness is appeasing the algo. So that's like really interesting too. Like if you are finding yourself, again, me included, where you're like doing stuff that you did before and it might have worked before, but now you're like, man, like even myself, I'm like, wow, my metrics are really low for me right now. Like this is really interesting. The algo's not even picking that shit up. It's not even really picking that up at this point. And so I do think from a strategic standpoint too, your best bet is being different and being more loud and just really clear on like what it is you want to say. Because like you just said, like your audience is going to hear that. And then, it's a ripple effect. If your audience is engaging, actually the algo is going to, right? It's strategy as well. So yeah.
And let's be real. Who gets hurt if you don't change? Right? It's you for the most part. Your business
right now.
Your business gets hurt, right? You're not attracting the right people. Your business isn't growing, whatever business it is. Now, in my business, who also gets hurt is people who actually need services, right? Who need to get out of their situation and get ahead, or business owners that want to take the next step in growth. For your business, it's they're not able to be seen and have someone helping them with strategy and guide them through all the things. Like, so when you're listening to this, you got to understand that like you are hurting yourself, but in turn, you're hurting your clients if you're not going to be stepping up and being bold, specifically in 2026.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I should stay stop.
Sorry, cut that.
So if your message stays soft, what does it cost in terms of money and confidence? It's what you need to ask yourself. All right.
That's a really good point. The confidence piece, especially.
Absolutely. Now, my favorite, I guess, segment that we have is always the noise versus the truth, right? Like what's going on? What are people saying? What have we heard?
Yeah.
So some truths, and I'm going to go through a list, and I want you to tell me if they are wrong, right, or indifferent, and then we'll go through some of the wrong stuff. And make sure you're bold, right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm on a game show.
Right? Your voice matters, but only if it's clear.
True.
Your audience is listening, but they move when you're saying the right shit in the right manner.
True.
And neutral isn't safe. Neutral is invisible.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of people do that too. It's like a split, right? I'm seeing people get more bold with what they're saying, but then I also see people, including me, who's like, it's okay, I'm getting out of that comfort zone myself. But right, where we're like, right, but like you just neutral just keeps us invisible.
Here's one. This is true but misunderstood, and this will be interesting to see your response to this one. The quote is, "The algorithm hates me." Is it the issue really because it's not landing, the message isn't landing, or does the algorithm really hate you?
God. Okay, that's like really loaded. Shit. Okay. So the algo doesn't hate you, but sometimes we can fuck up our algorithm. As we know, we have a client who's done it, right? Like you can fuck up your algo sometimes. So, yes, from a certain standpoint, you could be having some like issues within your algo that are, glitches, things like that are beyond your control. However, if you just get clear on that messaging, right, you can fight that. You can totally fight that. And I think that piece is the biggest thing. It's like, no, it doesn't hate you, but you really do have to ask yourself, like, what is my message even saying? And you need to take in the landscape of our world right now. I'm not sitting here saying that everybody needs to go out there being political and talking their shit. That's not what I'm saying. But there is something human about what's going on right now and what we're all dealing with. And you do need to tie that back to a degree. And like with my client that just went viral as hell for her very bold, strong message, it really did speak to like what's going on today. And it wasn't about politics. It was about people's view, like your typical white girl. Like that's what it was about, right? But you have tons of white girls in the comments being like, hell yeah, I agree, right? Because the message was just so clear and freaking strong. And like, I'm going to tell you right now, they weren't posting shit for like a year. And then we only posted maybe 10 times before we posted that video and it went viral, right? So the algo doesn't hate you. That is my point, right? You might have some issues, but you can pick it back up. Yeah.
Here are some that are wrong and potentially dangerous. And you alluded to this first one, and that's chasing controversy for attention. Now, the difference in that sentence is for attention. Yes. Your past one, you just said she did it. She talks about controversy, what's going on politically, but not for the attention part, but just for the bringing everyone together in the whole part of it, like as a world. So why is it dangerous for you, not only as a content creator, but for our economy and our society, to be chasing controversy solely for attention?
I mean, like, there's so many layers to that, from like actual danger. Like, the internet is fucking wild and people are crazy, right? So if you're rage baiting people on this shit, like, I see that so much too, where I'm like, this can't be fucking real. Like, you really feel like this can't be real. So like, like, that's dangerous right there. And then morally, right? At the end of the day, especially if you're a business owner, right? We're talking about business owners specifically.
Mm-hmm.
If you're saying like one thing over here, but then when a client comes in and works with you and it's a whole other thing, right? You're giving false pretenses in the beginning right there, right? You're putting yourself out there as this person, but then they're coming in and they're getting this person. Like, that's not, like, you can't keep clients that way. Like, to me, that's false advertising, right? And so that's why I think it's so important for you to put your, like, and I know it's so cliche, like your authentic self, but it's true, because when somebody comes into your business container, they're gonna fucking figure it out one way or another. Like, I think right there, from like just from a business stance, that would be really dangerous to your reputation at the end of the day, and you're not going to sustain like that at all. I was having that conversation about a business owner recently.
It's an important one, right? Because it's not you. It's not being authentic, right? And that goes into the last point of like copying hot takes that don't match your values or your life lived experiences either, right? Like, I'm not going to go out there and blast things and say things about something that isn't in my realm, right? It's Black History Month. There is no way in hell any of these white creators should be saying anything about the experiences they've lived within our Black history. Like, you shouldn't cross that, no matter what. If we're talking about MLK, no matter, Malcolm X, none of the things you should have ability or say to, because you don't live those experiences. However, they'll be out there. It'll happen, and it's going to get attention, and I'm going to see it, be pissed, because I'm putting out information that helps people, and these people are getting eyes. But that, to me, even causes more divide and is more dangerous for our society, because you are using someone else's experience or life to the benefit for you, solely for you to look good or to get more business or whatever it is. And to me, that's bullshit. And you shouldn't do that. And if you do that, you should be punched in the face.
No, and you see a lot of, like, I think that's what pisses me off so much about like the creators and stuff out here, because they do that. And then you have all these creators making all this fucking money, and they're thriving, quote unquote, right? And then you have business owners like us who are really ethical and, really stack up to what we believe in and stand for. And yet we're struggling. We're on this struggle bus, right? And so, the biggest thing is, like, if we don't make this type of content, then we're literally only letting the bullshit get out there. And hello, this ain't Fox News, baby. Like, hello, I'm sorry. But like, in order to really get like the fucking truth out there and really talk about those experiences and stuff, like, we have to create the content around it.
So people are asking,
this is a therapy session for me.
We'll get therapists. Ashley, therapist, coming on in March. So y'all, this is just us. So now everyone's going to be asking, so what is the difference between being bold and messy, right? There's a line.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Gosh, I mean, like, I feel like you're messy if you got to double back on your message, right? Like, if I'm saying something and I believe in that and I stand on that with everything in me, that's me being bold and clear on what I am. But then I think you get messy when, like, you can't back your shit up. And then you're backed into a corner, because hello, if something goes viral, people are going to comment. People are going to put their opinions out there, right? And that plays a role for sure. And then I think the other thing is, like, again, if you stay to your authentic self, this isn't going to be a problem. But it's like, brings back that rage bait. And it's like, am I trying to rage bait people and piss them off? Or like, do I really feel like this? Like, you got to, like, because that's another way to get really messy with it. So again, it all just boils down to, in my opinion, you can't get messy if you are so clear on what you feel and your moral standing right there.
Which leads us right into your expert lens, the segment about this, and essentially 3-step framework. The little thing that you just said is stand, say, and then sell. Stand on your damn business, right? Say what you want to say. Say it in plain English the right way so people can hear it and understand it, and then sell your services, your offer, your product, or whatever the hell it is. That is the framework that you have laid out for people. And I think it's vitally important for everyone to understand. Black folk, you'll understand this. Stand on business, right?
Stand on business, yeah.
Say it in a way that more people can hear it, and then sell. I mean, that's the easy part. Now, I'm not a huge proponent of the sell piece, like the word sell, but it just makes sense when you're using S's. but it also just makes sense. Like I'm selling a service, right? I mean, technically, us talking right now is we're selling our service. We still want clients. It's not like we're not doing that. So I love that you laid that out. Laid that
I
out there.
thought I didn't have a framework. I can work off that shit. Wait a
Right?
second. Yeah, that was like really good. Stand sell. I like
So,
that.
top 3 mistakes laid out that will weaken your messaging and your growth overall. Trying to be liked by everybody. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, that right there, your message will never get clear. You'll have so much fluff within your message if you're going to be tried to liked by everybody. Simple as that.
This next one. What about talking in circles like our damn president? How does that weaken your message?
This is something I actually even struggle with. So because it, again, unclear. I learned this I went to school for journalism. So my bachelor's degree is in journalism. And we were always told, like, you need to be able to write in a way that like an 8-year-old could understand what you're saying. Right. And that's really important. And with that being said, it's because you got to cut to the chase. You got to get right in there. Plus, who the fuck has attention spans anymore? Right. So social media as a whole. But yeah, again, everything unclear.
And this one I just kind of alluded to as well is, and I'm guilty of this, have done it for a while, is separating my content from my sales content as well, and not having those integrated all. Because if you're just providing content and no one knows how the hell to hire you or do whatever, the hell are you doing? Right? Like that's what pays the bills, and you have to integrate those. So that message definitely gets weakened if you separate too much.
Yeah, I agree. And like, as much as like I don't love the sell thing either, but like I don't know, 2026, at least for me, I'm like, fuck y'all, I'm selling. Like, that's really what I meant. Like, we gotta it goes back to that being bold. You know what? This is a mistake that I would say that Black business owners, as well as just people in general, we don't fucking ask. We don't ask. I struggle with this big time. It's like, yeah, at the end of the day, we have businesses. We got to make money. We got to ask for that sale, right? And so, yes, I agree with you, not separating it, because like at the end of the day, like this stuff we're saying is what's going to hook somebody in at the end of the day. But if we don't sell, then they're not, we're just another creator out there that, come on.
Right?
That's where I stand.
Our next segment is more about the client story. You had brought up a client
a
couple segments ago, obviously. Can you give us a little more background of them a little bit? Obviously, they hadn't posted for a while. You had said that, but walk us through that, and then kind of walk us through what that post was and specifically what it was about. And then we can allude to kind of what happened, since then, since it's been posted.
Yeah, it's been really fun. I had a meeting with them yesterday, and I was like, are you guys as excited as I am? Because this is awesome. So yeah, they honestly didn't really do much posting over the past 2 years. And now with that being said, they had a pretty like decent base of content, right? Because they had been posting consistently prior to that, but then they pretty much stalled out. And so what we did is we essentially came in, we did a whole entire shoot, a content shoot. So we did photos and a shit ton of videos. It was a 3-day shoot. It was great. And in that, we got all the content that we started working with. So our team started pumping out stuff for them in December, and their business owner, so they are a Pilates school. And I say that very, like, they are a school. This shit is no joke. And Ray is the owner, and she is just this powerhouse Black woman. I mean, a force to be reckoned with. Like, this woman is just, I love her. And like, just the way she speaks, even when you're face to face with her, right? And so I had so many good conversations with her. I was like, we got to make sure we get this shit on camera. Like, I need to see this on camera. And literally when I got face to face in her living room eating Cajun food, I got right on camera, and like right there, the authenticity. And so what's really nice about their studio and their school is they're like literally open to all. You have people of all different shapes, sizes, colors, genders. I mean, everything walking in that place. And that's what makes them so special, because the typical Pilates studio that you think of that skinny little white girl in her 2-piece XYZ. And don't get it twisted, they got skinny little white girls in their two pieces at their studio as well. The problem is skinny little white girls are used as marketing material in the Pilates world. And so it makes it feel like such an exclusive thing. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I live in South Florida and would not feel comfortable walking into a Pilates studio here. I went to San Francisco. I did 3 classes while I was with them. And I felt so like welcome and taken care of. And it wasn't, that was the first time I ever met them. It had nothing to do with them being my client. You know what I mean? So feeling that energy was like, whoa, this is so different. And so, yeah, you usually see people marketing that to that demo or to that physical style. And like, so many people do Pilates that don't fit that like narrative and that mold at all. And so we got Ray talking about it. And I was like, so tell me, what does a traditional Pilates girl mean to you? And then she just popped off. And it was nothing against that skinny white girl. It was against the marketing behind Pilates and how that's actually extremely dangerous. And it's really dangerous also from like actual physical danger that, you know, people not teaching properly. And so we posted it and that shit popped off. And it wasn't the most viral I've ever seen, but how viral it went, and it was so specific, we attracted literally, I checked it this morning, we are at over 1,000 new followers in 2 weeks from that one video. And it's all like ideal market. I've been clocking it, okay? Like I see, and it's all people who are very heavily into this industry or, you know, work out with a Pilates XYZ. The comment section was just insane in such a positive way. You only had 2 white girls say some slick shit. No offense. I'm half white, guys. Like,
you're going to have them. That means it's going to happen.
That's just what's going to happen. And so just again, not only from the growth, right? Growth is cool, right? Getting that many followers is great. But as somebody who has had it happen, like you don't always get followers within like your niche or your target, right? Like I have a ton of followers in my market that are literally not even ideal for clients for me. So for them to not only go viral, but they attracted all ideal clientele for them. Oh my God, you can't beat it. And so what did we do after that? We've been capitalizing on it. We're like, people want to see Ray. We have tons of content. So we're posting her. And every single time we're getting another one, we got an additional 250 off of like within like literally 4 days. So, and it's all because of message.
Is that on IG?
Yeah.
What's her handle so everyone can like go and look and see what was done before to now? You remember?
Yeah. It's Pilates School SF. So Pilates School SF, Pilates School San Francisco.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I pinned it at the top too. And I mean, even like telling them yesterday, I'm like, you guys realize like how many new followers? And what's great for them is that they have an online school. So we attracted followers from all over the world. Like we had people in Hong Kong asking if they could share to their socials, and I gave them the green light. I was on a call with my mentor who is located in Canada, and I was telling her about the post. Her Pilates teacher followed, liked, and commented in Canada. I mean, we got global reach on this thing. And so that's another thing, like everybody could literally funnel into the online school. And we weren't selling in that post, but honestly, we were, because we were selling what our school represented for the Pilates girl, right? So it wasn't like a direct sell, but ultimately it did sell them. So
basically,
I'm so proud of that.
Your audience isn't ignoring you.
No.
They're just waiting for you to actually show up for them.
That's a good story.
Right?
Yeah. I like that. That should be the title of this.
Hey, maybe it will be. I don't know. I'm not in control of that. That's your job, not mine.
Is it my job?
Well, it's somebody's. It ain't ours.
Job on the team.
No, for real, people though, think about it. Being quiet is expensive.
Yeah.
Right? Being bold and putting yourself out there with your own voice and what you truly care about means more to a lot more people than you ever think of.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't give a shit. Everyone's going to talk shit. Those 2 white ladies on those posts, right? My other clients who get hate all the time for things. I get hate all the time. It's going to happen. You're not doing it for them. you're not even doing it for the positive comments. You're doing it because it's you, it's what you believe in, and that's all that matters. So don't be afraid to do it, especially right now. Just get out there, do a bold post, get out there and create some stuff for you. But instead of ending on like, hey, just go to our like, share, all that crap. It's Black History Month. And so I got a little bonus content question that you weren't prepared for.
Right.
And it is could be deep. Be deep. Everyone, I'll give my answer in the last episode of the month. But for now, question is, Kristina, it's light skins. We got 1 foot here, 1 foot here.
Yeah.
What does Black history mean to you? And is it something that you truly care about, or is it something that you wish was different?
Oh. Whew. That's a loaded question. Holy shit. Okay. What does Black history mean to me? Let's start with that. As somebody who is obviously mixed, like you guys might be watching this and be like, this girl is Black. Yes, very much Black. I feel more connected to my Black roots than my white side. My mom hates when I say that too, but it's just like the reality of it. And I have made it my mission personally over the years. Like my family is very open. Like I know so many stories from my grandparents, my Black grandparents, and our history line. I mean, I'm talking, I know I went back on family history to like the 1600s. And with that being said, I learned so much along the way. And so for me, like when it comes to Black history, it's also, of course, like personal roots, right? And wanting to have that full understanding, especially as somebody who is biracial, and knowing my family lineage and like where we came from and all the great accomplishments that we've made along the way. But then, I don't love Black History Month as a whole, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Like, and I say that for the same reason that you're laughing, because like, why is there this designated month for Black history? Black people, truly, we are history. Are you kidding me? Everything. There's so many, from inventions, like, oh my God, the amount of fucking inventions that Black people did alone, to the civil rights era, to literally now, and like people having to stand up and speak out. Like, it makes me feel proud. I'm so proud to be I'm proud to be biracial. I am. And I'm proud to be a Black woman. It's so important to me. And God, this is going to make me tear up, because it is. It's like emotional, especially as somebody who's light skinned. And you know this, people try to revoke our Black card all the time and try to play us like we don't understand or XYZ. But at the end of the day, it's my roots. And I know that. And I'm really proud to stand here as a Black woman and be able to talk about this shit. And like, yeah. And then do I wish it was different? I mean, like, listen, oppression fucking sucks. And like slavery sucks. All of it fucking sucks. And like, yeah, do we wish that upon people? No, of course not. But I think there is a resilience that is a double-edged sword for the Black community. And I do believe that without that history, like, I don't think we could stand tall the way we do today. It's so different. It's so different. So I don't want to say I wish it was, I mean, I wish people acted different nowadays, but I'm talking about history itself. It's like, can I say I wish it was different? Sure. I think about my grandparents and the things they went through, from really deep segregation and growing up in the South and then living in New York State. Like, I think about all that stuff, but it shapes us. It shaped us. But do we need to continue the shit? Fuck no. That's what I want different. So that's a hard question.
The preceding program was sponsored by Black Mammoth. Any awards, rankings, or recognition by unaffiliated third parties or publications are in no way indicative of the advisor's future performance or any individual client's investment success. No award, ranking, or recognition should be construed as a current or past endorsement of Black Mammoth. Information regarding specific awards, rankings, or recognitions is available on the Black Mammoth website, www.blackmammoth.com. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. investment strategies such as asset allocation, diversification, or rebalancing do not assure or guarantee better performance and cannot eliminate the risk of investment losses. There are no guarantees that a portfolio employing these or any other strategy will outperform a portfolio that does not engage in such strategies. This broadcast should not be construed by any client or prospective client as a solicitation to affect or attempt to affect transactions and securities or the rendering of personalized investment advice due to various factors including changing market conditions. The information discussed in this broadcast may no longer be reflective of current positions or recommendations. While information presented is believed to be factual and up-to-date, Black Mammoth do not guarantee its accuracy, and it should not be regarded as a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. The tax and estate planning information discussed is general in nature and is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal or tax advice. Listeners should consult an attorney or tax professional regarding their specific legal or tax situation. Past performance is not indicative of future results.